Quickly create the look of an intertwined title using the combination of a selection with a layer mask. This tutorial is being filmed in Photoshop Elements, but the instructions are exactly the same for Adobe Photoshop except where noted. In order to follow along with this tutorial, you will need to download the files for this lesson and unzip them. In the files, you will find this layered quick page and these word art pieces. Open the layered quick page file included in the downloads for this lesson. This file is a layered PSD file. Then, in the Layers panel, click on the bottom Elements and Background layer to activate it. Then press the letter D to reset the color chips to the default of black over white. Now press the letter X to switch the foreground color chip to white. Then get the horizontal type tool and in the tool options, click to open the font picker and choose a sans serif font. I'm using the font Archon, which you can find for free at fontsquirrel.com. The reason to use a font like Archon is because it will coordinate with the script font very well. Here are a few other free fonts from FontSquirrel you could use: Sickle, Diadact Gothic, and Glacial Indifference, to name a few. Then set the size to 100 points and the alignment to center. Now, on the document, under the left photo spot, click once to place the cursor. Type the first word of your title. I'm using the word BEST in all caps. The reason we are using all caps here is because the script word will be all lowercase. The reason this title will look so great is because we're using contrast to our advantage. Not only are the two font types we're using have great contrast and style, using all caps with all lowercase is another way to add visual interest using contrast. Also to note, in the downloads for this lesson, I've included 3 script words for you to choose from that will go with the word you're typing now. The title options could be Best Buds, Love You, and This Life. If you're using Love You or This Life, use the appropriate word now. You can also use your own word if you want, but there are only 3 script words to pick from, so make sure the word you use now coordinates with one of those 3 words. And then once you're done typing, click the check mark to commit. Now get the Move tool, and in the tool options, make sure Auto Select Layer is unchecked. And then on the document, click and drag the type layer until it fits into the corner made by the 2 photos. So about there. Next, open a corresponding PNG word art file from the downloads for this lesson. I'm opening the word Buds. If you picked a different title to use, open the appropriate word art file now. Then, with the Move tool still active, on the document, click and drag the word art onto your quick page document, and then let go. Now move the script word down until it overlaps the bottom half of the first word in your title. Another note, I have included word art for you to use because creating the script words with the swashes requires knowledge on how to access glyphs or special characters from within a font. If that is something you'd like to learn how to do, you can learn everything you need to know about it in my Secrets of Terrific Type class. Check the blog for a link to get more information on this class if you're interested. So let's get the brush tool, and then for Photoshop Elements, in the tool options, open the brush picker and choose the hard round brush from the default brushes. If you don't see the hard round brush, open the flyout menu and choose Large List. For Adobe Photoshop, in the tool options, open the brush picker and choose the hard round brush from General Brushes. To see the name of the brushes, open the flyout menu and check Brush Name. Now for both programs, in the tool options, set the size to 45 pixels, the mode to normal, and the opacity to 100%. For Photoshop, also set the flow to 100% and the smoothing to 100%. So now, in the Layers panel, click on the Add a Layer Mask icon, and then in the Layers panel, hold down the Control key in Windows or the Command key on a Mac, and click on the thumbnail of the type layer below this PNG layer to get a selection outline. Now, in the Layers panel, make sure that the layer mask portion of the word art layer is still selected, and also make sure that the foreground color chip is black. If it isn't, press the letter X. Now, on the document, click and drag to mask away portions of the word buds, or whichever word you're using, to have it look intertwined with the word best. I'm going to brush over the swash of the lowercase b right here. And I'm also going to brush over the swoop of the lowercase b that overlaps the bottom part of the capital E. And then for the letter D, I'm going to brush over the bottom part of the swoop of the letter D here. And if you're using a different set of words for your title, just make sure you erase parts of the script word and let some of the script word overlap. Then when you're done, press Ctrl D in Windows or Command D on a Mac to deselect. So now your layered quick page is ready for some finishing touches. At this point, you just need to add your photos to the clipping masks and add some journaling and a date. For specific instructions on how to clip photos to a clipping mask, please see the free video from the Fundamentals Classroom. You can find the link for that video in the manual for this lesson as well as on the blog. So here is my page now that I've added my photos, my journaling, and a date. So that's how you create an intertwined title. I'm Jennifer Juris with Digital Scrapper.